PYP South Zone Job Alike for the year 2017-2018. We welcome our dignitaries, Ms. Monica Sarang, Saibsa Executive Committee and Head of School Advisory Committee member and Principal RVK International Academy, Mumbai, Ms. Fiona Meyer, École Mondiale World School, our Head of School, Ms. Priya Anand, and Principal, Mr. Surjit Singh. I also take this opportunity to welcome our felicitators and friends of the PYP fraternity who've come here from 18 different schools today to strengthen the PYP network. Without further ado, let's all rise up for the school song sung by our school choir. I request you to kindly take your seats. I now have school Ms. Priya Anand and our dignitaries Ms. Monica Sarang and Ms. Fiona Meyer, Mr. Surjit Singh and Ms. Namita to kindly come up for the lighting of the lamp. Invite our head of school, Ms. Priya Anand, to welcome our special guests for the day. Monica Sarang, Saibsa Executive Committee and Head of School Advisory Committee member and Principal RBK International Academy, Mumbai. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Ms. Monica. I now call upon Ms. Fiona Meyer, Head of Primary, École Mondiale World School. We welcome you. Thank you, Ms. Fiona. Thank you, ma'am. We now present to you a bouquet of songs from our Ebenezerites. They will be presenting Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to our talented Ebenezerites. Thank you, boys and girls. I request our head of school, Ms. Priya Anand, to kindly address the gathering.
A very warm welcome. Good morning to all of you present here. It gives me great pleasure to invite you all for the PYP South Zone Job Alike session held in EISB today. We feel really honored to have with us Ms. Monica Sarang, the Saibsa Executive Committee and the Head of School Advisory Committee member of RBK International School. Thank you so much for coming here and spending the morning with us. We also would like to welcome Ms. Fiona Meyer, head of primary from École Mondiale. Thank you so much for being here with us. I would also like to extend a really, really warm welcome to all my other IB colleagues and educators who are here today. It's nice to see some of my ex-colleagues too. Let's welcome all of you and give a big round of applause to all of you. We are also honored with us today to have experts as facilitators who are subject specialists, and they bring their passion and knowledge to share with us today. We are delighted to have each one of you here at EISB. Thank you so much for coming here. We've got around 220 participants who've registered for this event today. So many of you have traveled long distances. Some of this again serves to remind us how important and passionate we are all are as educators. I'm happy to see so many of you present here. And my association with Saibsa goes for almost 14 years when I met Mr. Kaiser. And I hosted the first South Zone at the Canadian International School when I was working there. This was about 14 years ago. So again, our world is confronting many changes in education, and we're all embracing these changes as IB educators. We're again transforming the way we operate to continuously improve our ability to shape our young minds. Again, the little world of EISB is an exciting area where we all work in, study, play, and we always continue to meet and being inspired by people together in forums like this. And we are always ensuring that our organization remains at the cutting edge. So just want to take you through a little presentation of our school, and then we would move on to the next. So our school was founded in 2007. So we are a 10-year-old school which was established in 2007. We are again committed to our mission, which says unlimited possibilities for every child who walks in this campus. We've got a beautiful 12.5-acre lush green campus. And I would like to take you all to a campus tour towards the end of this. So our mission statement clearly moves towards building leaders for tomorrow. We provide them with all the skills that is essential for a 21st century learner. Allow me to introduce our chairman to you, Mr. Jesus Lal. He's a young and a dynamic educator and a philanthropist. He has a large educational network based in India and the Middle East. He runs around 25 educational campuses, and he owns about 50 educational institutions in and around India and the UAE. Mr. Lal has inspired many students nationwide to pursue their dream careers in their field of interest. He's perhaps best known for bringing the much-needed attention for educational reforms. We are very happy to have him with us, and he's someone who supports the school throughout and gives us whatever we ask for. We're also happy to inform that he has been conferred with the prestigious Edupreneur of the Year award in London in 2017. That was this academic year, so we're proud of that. I'm proud to be a part of EISB and head the school here. We're also proud, all of us are proud to be a part of this great institution. Throughout the sessions today, dear educators, I urge each one of you to stay engaged, be inquirers, and active learners. I hope you all enjoy today's session, and I would like to say thank you to all of you who are here, and I would like to give a big round of applause to my PYP teachers and my PYP coordinator for getting this organized today and getting this event become a success. I'm sure it's going to be a success for the whole day. So let's give my team who've done a big job, my IT team, my music department, my maintenance department, all have played a big role behind the scenes. We were all working last night till quite late getting set up because we were working yesterday and we had to wait for the students to leave to set up everything. So my personal respect and thanks goes out to all of you. Thank you, and let's have a happy collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now call Ms. Priya Kapoor, our PYP coordinator, to felicitate our head of school, Ms. Priya Anand.
Invite Ms. Monica Sarang to kindly give us updates about Saibsa.
Good morning. I know you're not here to listen to my speeches. You've come here for much more interactive sessions. I'll just take a minute. I promise not more than a minute and a half, probably. Okay. When I came here, my students told me, "Ma'am, why are you carrying a laptop? It's an age of technology. You've got your iPhone, please use it." Because it's always lying in the cupboard. It never rings, and I don't know what you do with it. So my update is on this. So sorry if I fail somewhere, because I'm not too tech savvy. So Ms. Priya Anand, the head of school, Mr. Sujit Nair, the principal, Ebenezer Management School coordinators and teachers, and my dear teachers, we can't do without you. It, it's always a pleasure to meet with our Saibsa colleagues and experience the warmth, the open-mindedness, and the spirit of healthy collaboration. I would like to start by highlighting the Saibsa events which are due in the coming months. Saturday, the 3rd of February, will be the Saibsa PYP Job Alike at Genesis Global School, Noida. Saturday, 10th February, Saibsa DP Job Alike at Greenwood High, Bangalore. Science Festival hosted by NES International, Mumbai for students on the 24th of February 2018. I've witnessed this and I must say it's spectacular. You don't have to go to NASA, right? No, it is really something which the NES has taken to heart and done a really splendid job of it. So given the opportunity, if your school allows you, well, ensure that you take a few students there. Please mark on the calendar the Saibsa Leadership Conference in Mumbai on the 31st of August and 1st September 2018, which is for heads of school, administrators and coordinators, PYP, MYP and DP. We intend to make this event a big one because the IB is celebrating its 50 years in the IB education field. We are also organizing a tour to Finland with the focus to view the Finland education system, because I believe it's one of the best today. We want to observe it from close quarters. So this tour will be sponsored to about 16 principals and management representatives, tentatively in the last week of June 2018. So if you've already planned your June.
Thank you, Ms. Monica. Next up, we have the keynote address by Ms. Fiona Meyer on new developments in PYP and the Enhanced Student Agency.
Good morning, everyone. It's much better. Permit me, first of all, to recognize the presence of our head of school, Madam Director, Ms. Priya, the principal of the school who so warmly welcomed us. Ms. Monica is here as RBK principal. Thank you so very much. My traveling partner, Ms. Manita, also a very enthusiastic PYP educator. Esteemed colleagues, I'm going to bid you, together with our students, the warmest of welcomes. And one of the things that India does beautifully is to welcome. Is that correct? So this is why we're going to act as if we're educators and not sit there and, just be stiff about it. I loved the children's performances, so congratulations to the entire team. And I thought, smile, my children, smile. Because you're going to remember this. Can you imagine the music teacher standing and saying, make sure you don't move your arms, make sure you sing properly. There is a lot of effort put into it, but also a lot of expectations. And so the teachers are holding their breath. Yeah? You can actually, are they singing properly? But all in all, colleagues, it's about them having fun. It's about them enjoying the experience. And if that's not the case, then it's not effective education. We're doing them an injustice if that's the case. So in as much as we love perfection, we love things done well, we also want them to enjoy it. So very quickly, I am Fiona Philip Meyer of École Mondiale, which is in Mumbai. Recently moved to India, so I'm very much a risk taker. Very much so I embody the learner profile. When I got the email, are you interested in this position? And then I had an interview by the chairman of the school. I thought, Mumbai? Never been, but why not? And I have two daughters, 19 and 21, and they said, go ahead, Mom, go ahead. My husband was like, no. And my children said, go ahead. So I embody a lot of what the PYP philosophy is. I have a multiracial family. I have multi lingual children, biracial children, lived in 3 or 4 continents. So I think of myself as an international-minded individual. And it is part of why I love the IB. So when parents say arts, I've always loved the arts. So it is to say that in as much as we want particular things for our children, we must also get to know who they are and offer opportunities for them to excel in their field. So attitudes together with our learner profile. Now when we speak about agency, please don't only believe that the children should be doing. It's only about the children. And we close our doors. Who are the door closers? Don't put your hands up. Keep the doors closed. I visited the Oberoi International School yesterday. I met with the head of primary there. And you have 6 classes, no walls. Gosh, teachers get scared. No walls. You can move between classes. Difficulty. Change of mindset. We spoke about sharing. Miss Monica spoke about sharing earlier. Why not? It doesn't mean to say that tomorrow you should go and break down your walls, but it is to say, can we share? Can we collaborate rather than cooperate? Because if I give you A and you put B and we put it together, does that mean we have collaborated? Does that mean that I'm saying to you, I like your A, but you know those 2 lines, can they be done differently? I have a better idea, I have a different idea, and you say, no, I actually prefer collaboration, talking to each other, and by so doing, gaining more skills. By so doing, evaluating our own learning and saying, that actually makes sense, you know. Thank you, Priyanka. I never thought about it that way. So we're moving from cooperation to collaboration. And I said it's for the entire community. One of the things I love that the PYP and the IB is focusing on is this need for action. And we've always spoken about action. But I like the fact that they've put in participation, advocacy, social justice, to be an entrepreneur, as well as lifestyle choices. So at this juncture, we're going to head for Bangalore. Best city in India, cleanest city in India. Is that correct? No? Which one? Which city was it? Indore, really? What did Hyderabad win?
Either at the schoolhouse, on the way to the schoolhouse, or talking about what happens in the schoolhouse. Both my parents were educators. My maternal grandparents were educators. And for the past 40 years, I've done the same thing. And so needless to say, over those years, I've had a chance to look at education reform from a lot of perspectives. Some of those reforms have been good, some of them have been not so good. And we know why kids drop out. We know why kids don't learn. It's either poverty, low attendance, negative peer influences. We know why. But one of the things that we never discuss, or we rarely discuss, is the value and importance of human connection. Relationships. James Comer says that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. George Washington Carver says all learning is understanding relationships. Everyone in this room has been affected by a teacher or an adult. For years, I have watched people teach. I have looked at the best and I've looked at some of the worst. A colleague said to me one time, they don't pay me to like the kids. They pay me to teach a lesson, the kids should learn it, I should teach it, they should learn it, case closed. Well, I said to her, you know, kids don't learn from people they don't like. She said, that's just a bunch of hooey. And I said to her, well, your year is going to be long and arduous, dear. Needless to say, it was. Some people think that you can either have it in you to build a relationship or you don't. I think Stephen Covey had the right idea. He said you ought to just throw in a few simple things, like seeking first to understand as opposed to being understood. Simple things like apologizing. You ever thought about that? Tell a kid you're sorry, they're in shock. I taught a lesson once on ratios. I'm not real good with math, but I was working on it. And I got back and looked at that teacher edition. I taught the whole lesson wrong. So I came back to class the next day and I said, look, guys, I need to apologize. I taught the whole lesson wrong. I'm so sorry. They said, that's okay, Miss Pearson. You were so excited. We just let you go. I have had classes that were so low, so academically deficient that I cried. I wondered, how am I going to take this group in 9 months?
In closing, PYP updates, student agency. The word I wanted to leave you with is relationships. It is about what we bring to the fore, even with the enhanced curriculum, even with some of the standards and practices that may or may not change. It is about the child who is in front of us. And if we know, right down here, that we've made a difference, a positive difference in that child's life, we've done a great job. So dear educators, I encourage you to keep those thoughts in your mind. It is not everything that I've said today that will have resonated with you, but hopefully you take something with you, because the world that we live in, it's not ours anymore. What we grew up with, the education that was significant to us, is rapidly changing. And so we must give them the skills. We must allow them to use their knowledge, not to rote learn, but to find it, to analyze it, to inquire about it. So dear PYP colleagues, dear educators in general, effective teaching and learning is based upon relationship building, and in particular with our students. I thank you.
Anna, for that wonderful message. Next up, we have some logistics information for you. Before we head out for the breakout sessions, we will be picking up our water bottles, if we haven't already done that, from the 2 exit gates behind you. We have some refreshments lined up for you right outside the hall as you use the exit doors on your right. Water points have been stationed around the classrooms, so please keep your water bottles handy. We believe in reusing and recycling. Room plan is here, and the same agenda sheet has been pegged in your folders. We will be having a staggered lunch between 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. and our teachers would love to show you around and take you on a campus tour while another batch eats at the pantry. We will meet here again at 3:30 p.m. for the closing ceremony. Thank you so much, and we look forward to lots of learning today. I'm sure we had some very successful learning sessions today. We now begin with the closing ceremony. I request our head of school, Ms. Priya Anand, to kindly come up and felicitate our guests now. We begin with Ms. Monica Sarang. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Ms. Monica, for coming up and updating us about Saibsa and giving us this wonderful opportunity today. I request Ms. Fiona Myers to come up, please.
Thank you, Ms. Fiona.
We now begin to felicitate our facilitators. We begin with Ms. Namita Devgan from Singapore International School. Next up, we have Mr. Kapil Mehrotra from Sharanya Narayani International School. Mr. Francois Stalder from Stonehill International School, Bangalore. Mr. Ron Gresham, Stonehill International School, Bangalore again. Last but definitely not the least, Ms. Sita Subramanian from Indian Public School. Can we put our hands together, please? Thank you, Ms. Priya. We now request Ms. Monica Sarang to please give away the vote of thanks.
Good evening, all. On behalf of Mr. Kaiser, the president of Saibsa, who unfortunately couldn't make it today, and fortunately couldn't make it today for me, so I could be here and witness this wonderful session of the PYP. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Ebenezer International School for hosting this grand event. First and foremost, I would like to thank the students who had to come on a Saturday, sacrifice their Saturday, and come here. So thank you, students. It was a wonderful performance. Thank you. Time is always a constraint. We wish we had some more time. Every session I went, I thought we were really groping for time. So, but whatever we could, I think we had the best of it all. I would especially like to thank Ms. Priya Anand for her hospitality and the sumptuous lunch she provided to us. So thank you, Priya. Next is again Priya, the PYPC coordinator, for the wonderful arrangements and sleepless nights that she had to accommodate us when we came at an odd hour in the night and in the middle of the night. So thank you, Priya, and thank you for your hospitality. And you know, it takes a lot of hard work behind any event. So it's the people who actually do it are never visible. But thank you, and thank you to your entire team of PYP and the admission team, administrative team who have put in such a lot of effort in it. Fiona, for her spirit and teaching us the true sense of the word relationships. I hope I better mine with my husband. Okay? Her sessions are always a great motivation for everybody. So thank you, Fiona. Thank you to the facilitators for their meaningful contribution in the teaching learning process. And you really made a difference. So thank you, facilitators. And last but not the least, you all, without whom the Saibsa would be meaningless. So thank you. Give yourself a loud round of applause, because you really need, especially those who are going for evaluation, authorizations, everything, okay? And the ones who have just stepped.
All right, certificates and a small token of appreciation. If one or two representatives from each of the schools could kindly come up and collect this. I request our head of school, Ms. Priya Anand, to kindly give away the certificates. We will begin with Oak Ridge Newton first, as I believe they also have flights to catch. So if a representative from Oak Ridge Newton campus could come up, please. Newton campus, this is the one. All right, we can give them a round of applause, please. Thank you. Next up, we have Candor International School, and we would need more than one person, please, because they have a big number today. Please put your hand together. All right, we can have the whole team coming as we have a lot of ex-colleagues there. All right, we move on to Diamond Stone International School. All right, so that's Diamond Stone International School. Next would be Greenwood High International School. Oh wait, we have to take a picture. School. Next up we have Indus International School, Bangalore. Indus International. You two of you can help, no? Okay. Next in line is Neve Academy. Do we still have participants from Neve Academy? Anyone from Neve Academy? Sharanya Narayani International School. Next would be Silver Oaks International School. Next up we have SRV International School. Next would be Stonehill International School. The Gaudium School. Last but definitely not the least, Trio World School. Okay, can we have few more volunteers from Trio? Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of the entire EISB fraternity, I take this privilege to thank Mr. Kaiser Dopeshi, President Saibsa, for giving us this wonderful opportunity for hosting Saibsa South Zone PYP Job Alike at EISB. I also take this opportunity to thank Ms. Monica, who came here and shared the Saibsa updates with us earlier this morning. Ms. Fiona Meyer for her wonderful keynote address, apprising us about the latest developments in the PYP. We'd also like to take this opportunity to thank all our facilitators for coming forward and sharing their knowledge and expertise with the participants and making it a very fruitful session for all of us here. I'm sure everyone has a lot to take away from today's session. I thank all the schools for making it today on a Saturday and making this meeting even more successful. We would like to extend our gratitude to our team members who worked behind the scenes to make today's event a huge success. You need to clap for my team members, please. Thank you. I begin with our head of school, Ms. Priya Anand, for her vision and faith in the PYP team. Mr. Ritesh Bhatia, head administration, without whose unconditional support this would not have been possible. Mr. Basavraj and Mr. Senthil for all the arrangements. Our catering staff for turning out those delicious meals. Mr. Yuvraj and his IT team, along with Mr. Murgesh for the sound arrangements. We thank our music department, Mr. Venkatesh and Mr. Imli, along with our choir students who presented these melodies today. I would also like to thank Ms. Sheila, who worked behind the scenes and was running errands and helping us with all small and big arrangements. Our art department for helping us out with the decor, not to forget the support staff, without whose help all these big and small arrangements wouldn't have been possible. Last but not the least, a very special thank you goes to my team of PYP teachers, who are the pillars of our system at EISB. Thank you, everyone. Okay, seems like we have missed out giving certificates to Oak Ridge International, Bangalore. We apologize. We request Ms. Priya Anand to please come up.
जनमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता